Hi everyone, my name is Sydney Phillips, and today I'm going to be presenting a community management strategy for Platinum Prep meals. So let's begin. A little history on Platinum Prep is it's a kitchen that specializes in preparing fresh, nutritional, and affordable meals to the New Haven area. It's a small, family-owned business run by Matt and Steve, as you can see on the left, and they began the business after they were tired of not being able to find macro-efficient meals that fit with their meal plan at an affordable price. They're currently run out of a small kitchen in North Haven, Connecticut, and they offer meal delivery and pickup at affordable prices. So to begin and dive into this, we want to look at the business and social goals. The core business goals of Platinum Prep is that they aim to provide freshly prepared, macronutrient and calorie calculated meals to the people in the New Haven area, and eventually they want to earn enough revenue to expand their business to the whole state of Connecticut and eventually nationally. So their social goals include that they want to become the main meal prepping business in the New Haven area. But to do so, they want to unite the fitness community by sharing curated content on different social channels to prove their authenticity. Their target audience right now are gym goers, bodybuilders, and fitness enthusiasts that are located in the New Haven area. Mainly they are male and they're aged 21 to 45. So social media is an extremely powerful research tool, and we want to drive word-of-mouth marketing, so we need to create a listening plan. I believe using free listening tools such as Hootsuite and Google Alerts to evaluate the social climate for the New Haven area fitness industry is extremely important. We need to look at local gyms such as Powerhouse Fitness and the Edge franchises, as well as other local meal prep companies to see what they are doing and see how we can better ourselves and use that to our advantage. Also, I think it's beneficial to look at the national meal prep companies such as Blue Apron and HelloFresh to use some of their ideas and see what they are doing correct and how we can use that as well to our advantage. We need to monitor and brainstorm keywords that are related to meal prep. So if you go onto Hootsuite, you can make a stream and we'll use words such as meal prep or macros or clean eating. We'll monitor what people in our area are saying about that, and we can reach out and tailor our plan to benefit them. And we want to track conversations and engage in the ones that are relevant to our Platinum Prep brand. On the right, you can see the social media funnel. It begins with awareness and it funnels down into advocacy, because what we want at the end of this is for people to love Platinum Prep and have them be advocating for our brand, which will make us be the #1 New Haven area meal prepping business. So let's begin at taking a glance at the current social media. Right now, Platinum Prep only has 2 social media platforms, Facebook and Instagram, and I think we need to include a Twitter, but we can move on to that later. So they started Facebook in May 2017, and it currently only has 4 posts. And then Instagram started it in September 2017. And right now it has 23 posts of images, food, health tips, and current customers. So Facebook has a total of 96 page likes and extremely low follower engagement. Their main posts are, as you can see, a whole album called Platinoms, and it doesn't have any descriptions of what the food is or what it's cooked in for these people to see. And then on the right, you can see the Rep the Prep hashtag that they've been using, and it's just to sell t-shirts. And there's no likes, no comments on any of these posts, aside from their own families and their personal accounts. And then Instagram, as I said, has 2,434 followers, and they're only following about 1,325 people. And you can see that they do post high quality images of their food, and they have hashtags and they use emojis, and they do get comments on here, but they range from the lowest being 49 likes to 501 likes, which can definitely be higher. In figure 2, you can see that they do have customers who ask questions over the comments saying, as you can see, do you deliver to Newington, and also can you cater meals according to macros and personalized nutrition plans? And directly below, Platinum Prep is responding to the customer and is being positive, and they say they do custom plans and they deliver to Newington, and they tell them to DM for further information. which is great. And then figure 3, it'll show that people are ordering, and then when they respond with a positive emoji, those are 2 arm flexes, as you can see below. So that's great that they are engaging on Instagram. And they also heavily use the Instagram story function when they are cooking meals, when they are at the gym. It's just to continue using that to our benefit is what we need to look into. So to alter the social media and to build upon it, I believe it would be extremely beneficial to bring in an influencer. And so a social media influencer that we are looking for must have high levels of engagement up on their page, a large audience, and a personality that matches our brand, and it understands what the fitness and nutrition industry in the New England area is like to relate to our customers. We need to engage with these potential influencers, and it's sort of like flirting. You need to comment on their Instagrams, like their Facebook posts, send a tweet into response that's something funny and positive, and retweet their content to get their attention. And then once we have grasped their attention, we need to make sure that we're posting content that is, or having them post content that is what we need to help gain followers and awareness. So we need to ask them to take photos or videos featuring the food, and have an authentic social media review of the food and how streamlined the order process is. And as we go further with these Instagrammers or Facebookers, we need to make sure that they have coupons for our followers and do giveaways, and always have the handle at platinumprepmeals_ on all of these to make us easy to find. And then incentives for influencers would be free meals for the initial post and discounts moving on. And we do have an audience of 2,429 followers on Instagram, so that would be a plus for these influencers. I believe an extremely relevant influencer is Evan Centopani. He's a professional bodybuilder who won the Arnold Classic and lives in Trumbull, Connecticut. The Arnold Classic is very big in the bodybuilding world, so people who are into fitness will definitely realize who he is. And he also does work out at Powerhouse Gym in New Haven. So having him walk around New Haven and do the word of mouth as well as Instagram, and posting towards 295,000 followers would be extremely beneficial to our brand. And he averages about 5,000 likes per post, and he engages with followers daily, which is extremely important. And you can see that his goals, values, challenges, and objections are very similar to the Platinum Prep customer. So they want to compete in bodybuilding competitions and maintain a healthy lifestyle, but they also need to maintain a work-life balance, and they're budget conscious, and they want to make sure they're managing their time well. And then some of the objections would be they don't like how wasteful meal prepping is in regards to the constant plastic use, and then the frequent use of the Tupperware increases dishwashing, and protein per meal can become expensive. So overall, his goals, his objections, his challenges are what matches our brand, and I believe he would resonate really well with our audience. So once we get people onto our page and talking about the brand, we want to make sure that we have a response plan in action. So the social media manager as of right now is Matt, and he will issue all of the responses, whether they are responding to positive or negative comments on Facebook and Instagram. And he'll use Hootsuite to monitor the name and the hashtags, and he will use the fun, motivating tone, and we'll go into that later. The process for responding: so in the case of negative comments, he's going to respond politely and ask them to contact him privately through DM. Never going to be rude or profane when dealing with unhappy customers, because that's not what we want to do. We always want to stay positive and make sure we have solutions for everything. And then how often will the customers be responded to? It's as quickly as possible, as often as possible, as long as it is a good comment and positive. Like I say here, negative comments will be responded to only once on the platform they were originally posted on, and then they will be followed up via direct message or email. And then positive comments will be responded to with a like and saying thank you, or if they say, hey, you are great, we're going to say thanks, you are too, keep ordering. And so when we have people responding on Instagram, on Facebook, we want to make sure that we're setting up an overarching media policy for people to follow to keep everything fun and fresh. So a social media policy provides guidelines for users for the type of content that can be posted and also informs the organization on how we're going to plan to respond and interact with users. There's internal policies, which are more for employees, and external policies, which is what Platinum Prep will use for their consumers. So basing off of HelloFresh's policy, we can see that this one isn't particularly tailored to social media, but it's a good example to use. They want to make sure that the users aren't violating any state, local, or international laws. They don't want to exploit young people. They don't want to have anything bad on their site. So looking at the Platinum Prep social policy and tailoring it into something short and more digestible for readers, we want to just make sure that posts or comments that are considered spam or self-promotion or threatening will be taken down, and then we follow up the policy with saying that this space is meant to be a fun, accepting platform for nutritional discussion, so let's keep it that way. So making sure we lay down the law, but as I said before, motivational. Moving on to language, which is what we were talking about. You can see the current words that are used by Platinum Prep really focusing on nutrition and bodybuilding, and then words to describe the Platinum Prep tone would be friendly and supportive. And there are words that we would use, such as awesome, convenient, nutritional, stoked, is definitely keeping that happy tone. And then words we wouldn't use is anything over formal. And you can see that a bright, motivating, and supportive tone that we want to mimic is like Michael B. Jordan, who's a celebrity, and he would be also a great brand advocate moving forward if we were to get to that level. And then there's a social media response script, so we can see the most commonly asked questions such as what's on the menu, how far do you deliver, do you offer discounts, and for every response we're going to use that same language and staying motivational, staying fun. And also we want to make sure we're answering these questions concisely and providing links to where they can follow up and see exactly the answers to this question. So this can be extremely beneficial to the overall response and the tone, so it's imperative that we keep it fun. Moving forward, the process for analysis. We want to make sure that we are measuring the data that is actually going to be beneficial to our company. So we want to make sure we're setting the goals for research and establishing the important questions to ask and finding the platform that works best. Since we're heavily using Instagram, I think Instagram Stories is a great place to start off and do the polls. So we can research and collect answers to the important questions such as, would you rather us have seafood over different kinds of protein? We gather that information, then we analyze the answers to make these decisions and move forward to help those customers have a better experience. Part of this analyzation and staying on the social media platforms is engaging with these consumers and using the hashtag #RepThePrep platform and campaign to really drive consumer engagement. We want to have posts that connect with the New Haven fitness community by showcasing the local clients and competitions, and we want to connect with these consumers. And you can see that on the right there's posts that they would use for the apparel, for the promotional merchandise and loyal customers, and we want to make sure that we're following up with these people and keeping them engaged at all times. And then moving on to what we think that we could develop for this company is mobile app and hiring a nutritionist. I think that bringing on a nutritionist to help create meals tailored for people's personal growth is imperative because they will have their plan tailored to their specific needs. They're going to be on hand to answer any questions related to food, and they also make sure that all of the food is FDA compliant. And then also implementing an app where they can talk to the nutritionist and order meals in the future, and setting all of that up is something that would definitely benefit the company overall. So I believe as long as Platinum Prep follows this plan that's been laid out and continue to engage with their customers and continue to keep checking and analyzing their information, they're going to have a successful social media plan which will help their bottom line. Please let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.